Hello guys, welcome back to Paper Mario 64. I'm NintendoCapriSun, and today we're gonna do a whole lot of nothing. We're gonna get some pigs, I guess. Maybe one thing we'll do. So for the most part, that's all I'm gonna be doing in this video is side stuff, so unfortunately, you're stuck with me in my post-commentary. This is the last, though. This is the last of the post-commentary episodes. Because I recorded 3 in that batch when I messed up my Audacity settings, had it set to stereo mix instead of mic, so the commentary that I was actually recording, which was actually pretty good for a change, didn't exist because Audacity wasn't recording it because on account of stereo mix. So anyway, long story short, that commentary is for the, and I wish there was some way that I could have been recording some other way, like I could have been capturing it with OBS, but I find that the quality is not as good, the mic quality, if I capture using OBS, so I don't usually do that. When I'm streaming, I have to do it that way, because there's no other way to do it, but yeah, I don't know. Anyway. It's especially cringy when I go back and watch these old, I was gonna go back and watch, the Stanley Parable, my LP of that, just to bring back some memories. And I couldn't even get 2 minutes into the first part, because my mic is right up there on my mouth. And I just can't stand it being up there. I like it better when I'm sort of just in the room. Sort of in the background more, It's basically where I've lived my whole life, is in the background. Boy, the depths to which I'd take that metaphor is a little too sad for even talking about here. I don't even know what I'm doing in the game. Okay, yeah, I did have a note for this guy. Fishing guy. I didn't expect him to look like this. In fact, what is his mouth? I picture the dot as his eye. Well, when he talks, his mouth is definitely opening. But the fishing pole is coming out of the top of his head. Is that how he fishes? But then he's holding something too, so it's well, I'm not really sure. Oh, wait. Oh, wait, wow, voice crack there for a second. That was like a legit voice crack. I was like, whoa! Oh, the Koopa Trooper asked you to bring this letter to me. Alright. Let's go fishing. Let's go fishing tonight. I haven't been fishing in I don't even know how long. Probably since, whatever. Oh yeah, I ran into this guy a couple times. Obviously, I had to keep this in, so... So here we go. Quiz time. Quiznos. Gotta do it. Gotta go. Gotta eat. Goron's gotta eat. Mm-hmm. Oh, it's a beautiful day. Oh shoot, it's at 8:30 already. Jeez. I actually woke up at 10 o'clock this morning. I couldn't believe it. It's probably because yesterday I woke up at 8:15. I got a whole story. Oh man, I should tell you that story since we're here. Things I almost feel like I'd rather tell it on Breaking NCS. Maybe I can tell it on both. I was hoping to make a Breaking NCS video out of that though. So anyway, well, I'll just go ahead and tell you the short version. Is I got to go to jury duty for the first time ever in my life yesterday. And it was interesting. I had to be up at 7 in the morning because I had to be there at 8:15, so I had to shower and eat and all that shit. So, oh, I put the All or Nothing on right there. Not sure what else I did. Oh yeah, then I hemmed and hawed forever where to put the other two. Eventually settled on that. But yeah, so I got to go to jury duty and sit in a courtroom, and there was 30 of us in the room. But then when we actually went to the courtroom, which wasn't until 45 minutes. We had to sit there for 45 minutes. Then they took us in the actual courtroom, and the defendant was sitting there. He was this bald guy. He had tattoos going around his neck. It was kind of... He looked like... And no offense against anybody who has tattoos, since I don't consider that to be a telltale sign of anything. But you kind of can't help but associate it when you see it on TV shows and stuff. When you see a defendant with tattoos, it's kind of you're not surprised. It doesn't mean, I could say that I wasn't surprised he was bald either, but that doesn't mean that I'm trying to say bald people are more likely to do anything. I don't know. I mean, maybe it's just because of Walter White or something. Kind of made an association there. He wasn't quite that old, though, is the thing. Anyway, you know what? Let's just get off of that subject. Anyway, he was sitting there. He glanced over a couple times. He was checking us out, like. So, oh well, I didn't mention that part. There was like 30 of us. We all went into the courtroom and sat in the pews, or whatever, the benches. And they randomly called 8 of us. And I don't know how I knew. I just knew it was going to happen. They called my name. I was one of the 8. So apparently they don't have 12 people on a jury here. They have 8. I guess because it's a smaller court. I don't know. Because normally I think of 12, you know, like 12 angry men, but anyway. So I got to sit on the jury for a little bit anyway, until eventually it was over. I won't say what happened beyond that, because that's probably the most interesting part, but it was interesting though, I mean, man, I tell you. Because I could have stuck around and actually sat and watched the entire case, but I didn't do that. I had to get back home. So that's why Breath of the Wild was late on Wednesday, if anybody wonders. I don't know who's actually watching both of these crazy LPs. Bombette is all he ever says. It's so annoying. Oh, Bombette! Shut up. She probably dumped you because you never stopped talking. No, you shut up. My love for Bombette is deep like the Southern Sea. Bomb! Even being dumped constantly won't discourage me. Ba-bomb! Well, we know what we gotta do here. Oh, oops. Here we go. Did you hear this guy, Bombette? He never ever stops talking about you. Ba-da-bomb! Oh, Bombette. Shut up, please, right now. Think about something else for 2 seconds, will ya? Oh, Bombette. I love it when you talk dirty to me. Please, come over here. You're really starting to get on my nerves. Bombette, I'm putting my whole heart into this next shit. I'm putting my whole heart into this next explosion. Yup. Watch it and see my true love. Aw, man. Dude. No question. Yeah, I don't even have to. This game does it all for me. In the words of Luca Jin. Question, which of Mario's battle commands is on the far left? Yeah, I had to think about this one for a minute, and I was like, item or strategies? I knew it wasn't jump. I kind of couldn't remember. I was like, oh, strategies, of course. Another star piece. I mean, we're getting pretty close to 25 here. Let's go in there and get that next super whatever badge is selling for 25. Yeah, we'll do that eventually. When is it that I start the Koopa Koot stuff, or did I just do that and I wasn't paying attention because I was telling my story? Oh shoot, I gotta take a dump all of a sudden. It just hits you all of a sudden. I don't know, man. Oh, I know what was happening. He told me to go get, when I talked to Koopa Koot, he wanted me to go get the tape. And he said Goompa would know what I was talking about. Mario was like, tape? Looks like something else is on your mind. What? Koopa Koot said he wants the tape back. That old Koopa, how does he remember things from so long ago? I mean, he remembers the exact date he made those tapes. You want me to tell you what the tape says? Well, I can recite it because I've heard it so many times. He says, hello, this is Koopa Koot. January 27th, 1942. This is to be an extremely private tape, and I suggest now that if this is not Koopa Koot listening to this, I suggest you turn this tape off right now. Well, we got Koopa Koot's private tape, might as well take it back to him. He probably misses listening to his own voice. I know how, like, narcissistic that must sound when I tell people I actually go back and listen to the tapes. Like, you actually want to listen to your own voice? It's not that. It's just the memories and the stories and everything. I feel like it's, you know, if I have a way to remind myself, you know, that I had problems back then too, you know, that the good old days weren't always good and tomorrow ain't as bad as it seems. That's a Billy Joel quote. I didn't make that up. I would never make up anything so profound. I'm the guy who says, in the bathroom, and you think I'm gonna come up with something like that? I don't know, though. I can't. I mean, I know I've come up with a few good things, too. Like the boundary... Well, no, that one's not that good. I used to say the boundary of love is mortality. Like, even though you can feel love, there's only so much that you can perceive it, you know? Like, you can only... I mean, it seems infinite, and I have no doubt that it is, but you're tapping into something there when you feel those feelings you get, like when you hug somebody, or when you hold hands with somebody, or when you're kissing somebody, I guess. And even all the way up to the big guns, you know? But even still... I mean, there is a limit. There's a physical limit to how much you can feel. And that's why I say the boundary of love is mortality, because if it turns out that, like, we're just tapping into something and we can only experience so much of it at once, just imagine how awesome it would be to actually... I don't know. Well, what am I even saying? To become love? I mean, I don't know. It's hard to say. Like, to bask in completely surrounded by it? I mean, I don't know. It's like everything else in the world we can measure, you know? It's like if it's a... Yeah, we wouldn't be able to perceive what 1,000,000 miles is like. No, but you can still measure that and say with certainty how far 1,000,000 miles actually is. You would never be able to see 1,000,000 miles in your life because you're limited by how fast you can go, or how far you can see, or how far you can even imagine. But 1,000,000 miles is still a tangible thing that exists. Like, it's a concept. It is a distance, a length that can be traveled and probably even conceived, but you'll never be able to see that far or go that far. So that's why I'm fascinated by the idea of things existing that we'll never be able to see or experience. Okay, I didn't actually know the answer to this one. I took a guess, I was wrong, so, oh well. I actually took 2 guesses. I guessed 3 the first time, but I cut that out. So now I know the answer is 1, so that's good. But what a dreary house that must be, huh? Only 1 window in the entire house? Okay, why did you go into the shop and then turn around? Did you forget something? What am I doing here? Oh, that's what it was. I was looking for the Koopa leaf to make the Koopa tea for Koopa Koot. You don't strike it with a skyward strike. The superfluous use of the same word 2 times in a row. Like, on board, I'm the captain, so climb aboard. As much as I love that song, that is a little silly. All that bored. It doesn't make me bored or anything. Can you make some tea for this lovely old man that I've been doing favors for? There's actually a lot more Koopa Koot to do than I realized. There's like 3 new things you can do for him each chapter. And I've gone through 4 chapters now without doing hardly any of it, so there's a lot more to do, even more than what we're going to see in this video, unfortunately. But eventually we'll get around to it. I just don't want to, like, I mean, I'm going to have to do it all eventually, but I can't do too much of it at once for fear of, you know, killing the momentum or whatever. But anyway, it's like I was saying before, though, what if love is the same way and we can only see or feel so much of it? And I guess that's why I said that the boundary of love is mortality, because when you die, maybe you will get to see what that's like, or imagine or experience that. I don't know. I don't know how, but, you know, without time holding us back, good lord. It's hard to imagine, like, if you could travel through time just willingly as a spirit, just go to a certain day and live it out over again. I mean, wouldn't you have to be moving through time the same as a human to actually experience that day? Would you be able to regulate your speed? You know, because you almost would need a machine to do that. Time just seems to move by itself. Like all the other dimensions, we talk about first dimension, second dimension, third dimension. Sure, you can move along a line from point A to point B, or you can move in 3D space from here to there. But in time, it's like you're stuck moving in a certain direction, which is forward, and you have no control over it. So that's why, I guess that's why some people would assert that time is not a dimension. Because if it was, wouldn't you be able to control it? All you can really do is perceive it. So now you've lost another thing, you know? It's like before, you could control it and perceive it. Now you can just perceive it, even though you can't control it. So what's the next step, you know? Destiny? Free will? Who even knows? It's crazy to think about. I wonder if that band, The Fifth Dimension, has anything to say about it. The only thing that I know that they've said is this. This is the dawning of the angel Aquarius. I'm horrible at singing now. It's hard to sing when you got a different song playing in your ear. Boo, 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 boo. Oh, I did that for a reason there. Oh, because he wants Luigi's autograph? And I was like, Luigi, what do you want his autograph for? Look at me, I'm Mario, I'm the one that jumps, and I started jumping to demonstrate my power to him. It's really pretty dumb. Anyway, what are we doing here? Oh, shop owner. Yeah, shop owner's got a letter. And of course it's a mouse. Moustafa, apparently, was actually the pronunciation of that guy's name, according to anonymous Redditor. I'm not sure why I said Mustafa. I guess I was thinking like moose, like M-O-U-S-S-E. Like every other word that's, well, I don't want to say that too fast, because maybe I'm wrong. Moose and like... Oh, there's gotta be another one. Words that start with M-O-U-S. You know what? I'm gonna Google that, because I can do that right now. This is great, man. The post-commentating is awesome. Look at what you can do. It's like I have a second self to play the game. I'm like the Game Grumps or something. Okay, words that start M-O-U-S. Molder. I've never seen that word. Mousing. Moulage. Yeah, Moulin Rouge. You know, that's spelled moo. That's pronounced moo. And, I don't recognize any of the other words, but yeah. But I guess that's why I thought it was moo instead of Mao. Even though he's a mouse, which should have been the tip-off and everything. But Moulin Rouge is a movie, yet they don't pronounce it Moulin Rouge. Okay, actually, I'm wrong there. I messed that up. Wait 1 second. I'll write it right now. Or I guess the more logical thing to say would be that the reason it's pronounced Moulin Rouge is not because it's a movie. It's like Moustafa, just because he's a mouse. Doesn't necessarily mean, but maybe it does, I don't know. Maybe there's an official guide out there to pronunciation that I don't know about. Like that whole Nevada debate. I don't know. Bop, bop, bop. I always said Nevada, but I guess I can kind of see both ways, really. Apparently, like, people who live there say Nevada, or Nevada, and it's all the outsiders coming in who say Nevada. I don't know. I don't really know. And that's just what I've heard, which, you know, I don't even need to cite the source there. Because then I just throw away my own credibility. Of course, we're talking about pronunciation here. Who even gives a butts rat? A butts rat? Wow. It's the same thing with, like, caramel. I always said caramel, but sometimes I catch myself saying caramel, or caramel. Or, I don't know. But, I mean, I always said it as a kid, but I've heard so many people say caramel, or caramel. The thing is, when people call out people for saying caramel, they always say C-A-R-M-E-L. But I always thought they were just, you know, saying it as caramel or something, and I just wasn't hearing the second A, I don't know. Because I can see why caramel would be wrong, C-A-R-M-E-L, but the only reason I pronounce it caramel is, or why I did anyway, is because caravan, caraway, every other C-A-R-A word. Hey, there's another one we can Google. Words that start C-A-R-A. Caravanning, carabineer, caravansary, caravanners, carabineer. Maybe some of these are pronounced cara, I don't know. I guess it's just, you know, different from one person to the next, whatever. You can't help your own life experience, and if it's taught you, you know, to pronounce something one way, that's how you're gonna do it. Because that's how you were taught to do it. Can't really help that. Oh yeah, I got some super shrooms here. Yay. It's about damn time. Good lord, dude. You Eventually, I'm gonna have to pull out that Waka's bump, because I'm sure that will be useful too. Back to Mr. Koopa Koot here. Did I get the 3 star pieces from him yet? I think I might have. As a gesture of my gratitude and generosity, take this. It might be right here. No, it's not. I might have gotten them already. I was really surprised when he gave me the 3 star pieces, though. That, like, blew my mind. I was not expecting that. I wish I had my reaction to that. I was about jumped out of my seat. Or I would have jumped out of my seat if I had been sitting, but I think I was standing for this recording. I'm sitting now, which is kind of... I don't know, I think the commentary comes out better when I'm sitting, actually. Because my mouth is actually closer to the mic, whereas when I stand, it's like 2 feet away. So... And you can tell sometimes, no matter how much I try to clean it up in Audacity, still... I think I must have like an old version of Audacity too, because man, it sure lags. Like even when I'm done with it and I close the program, it takes like 30 seconds for it to close. When I go to close it, and about 10 seconds later, it'll say, in parentheses, not responding up at the top. And then it sits there for another 20 seconds, then it closes, then it's fine, but it's like, why does it take so long to close? But one time I noticed that it was trying to clean up temp files, which I guess, maybe that's what it is, but wow. You just wouldn't think. Even just like to zoom out so that I can apply an effect to the entire commentary, it takes like 2 minutes for me to zoom out because each time I push the button, the time things, what do you even call it? The time markers, they move, but the actual like peaks, they don't move until about 15 seconds later. Anyway. Oh yeah, so we're going to get the autograph from her lovely here. But she wants me to go get a crystal ball from her sister. Jeez. Didn't Chugga just do this in one of his videos? Did it for the psychic. He did it all for the psychic. For the psychic. So you can take your bicycle and not stick that up your because that would probably be nasty. I'm the famous Merlot. Oh boy, so now we get to spend all day figuring out what badges we want to buy. I'm pretty sure I cut most of this out too. Money, that's tempting. But you can just grind for money though, can't you? Flower Saver's good too. So Flower Saver I went on for like 2 minutes just talking about, oh, but it could be this or it could be that. It could be that it actually restores an FP every time you attack, which is kind of what it implies. It doesn't say an FP attack, it just says an attack. But it also says saves 1 FP, which seems to imply that it only works when you're using an FP attack. Or something that consumes HP, or consumes FP. So anyway, what I opted for was Zap Tap and Peekaboo, because I love those both, and I'm sure they'll definitely get their usage here and there. The only problem with Peekaboo really is that it doesn't really incentivize me to use Tattle much anymore. So my biggest reason to use Tattle would be, you know, so that I could see enemy HP from then on. It's empty. Yeah, I never dropped off the badge that I picked up with Peach. Just so unfortunate. I did notice a life shroom. I didn't know what it was at the time, but now that I know what life shrooms look like, that was definitely a life shroom I saw. It was in the castle when we were sneaking in and listening to the Hammer Bro talk. It was up on a pedestal or like somewhere up there. So I'm aware that that's there, I'll just have to see. Because I imagine they probably wouldn't give you a live stream for free this early in the game, so... But I'm figuring probably in the next chapter, or maybe the one after that, we'll get to go up there and pick that up. So gradually it's starting to let us explore more of the castle, which is actually pretty cool. It's like Peach has her own little game going on. Her own little point-and-click adventure. Alright, so we got the autograph, taking it back to Merlovely here. Merlully. What are we singing? Peg by Steely Dan now? I know that you look lully. Oh, mercy, thank you! I'll cherish this. And for you, here is my autograph, as promised. It'll be valuable someday. Yeah, we can hope. I can't believe we made it through this video. I thought this, like, man. When I first started this, I was like, what in the world am I going to talk about for all this time? All I'm doing is these side quests, Koopa Koot, delivering letters, and it's like, oh dear. In a way, you know, I shouldn't really complain about it, because it's not bad. Like, if I was actually doing it, you know, instead of watching myself do it, I would be more interested in what was going on the screen. It's just unfortunate I can't really feign that if I'm not seeing it for the first time, or if I'm not seeing it for the first time in a long time. There's the 3-star pieces. So yeah. So hell yeah. Oh, and I didn't realize, I thought I was done with his side quest there, because I didn't know at the time that he had more. So when I saw this, I just busted out laughing, and I was like, there's more?! I just couldn't believe it. And it turns out there's a lot more. So I think we're only caught up to, like, chapter 2/3 here. Newspaper would be the best way for me to catch up, no? Would you mind reading the Town News for me? Well, that reminds me of something else somebody wanted me to do. So apparently you can read the back of the billboard. I totally forgot about that. I remember seeing somebody do it. This could have been Luca, Jin, or Masay. They've both done this game, like, pretty recently, so I should remember more than I do, honestly, but that's just life, I guess. Life in fast lane. Oh, the video's over. Wow. Well, it's been fun, guys. I'll see you next time on Paper Mario. We'll be back to the live commentary. Thank God. See you guys later. I love you.